Hey everybody, Karen from Master Spirit Guides. I hope you're doing well today. So this is a follow-up video answering your questions about spiritual protection, trickster energy, discernment, and energy work. All right. I pulled all of your questions from those last episodes that we did. If you missed those episodes, I'll pop them up at the end of this video so you can grab them if you want. So there are 31 questions that aren't repeats. You know, a lot of the comments, people might have the same questions. So I pulled them so that we didn't have a bunch of repeats. Okay, so we've got 31 questions to see what else we can learn about spiritual protection, whether it's necessary. I've learned so much from this little series, I have to say. It's very, very interesting. Okay, so little prayer. I close my aura to all but my higher self, the God consciousness, my guides and guardians, the lead team collective, and only those of the highest and purest light. And ask Archangel Michael to please protect my channel, your channel, the lead team collective, and our community, so it is all of the highest and purest light. Amen. Hey, lead team. Thank you as always for partnering with us. They're saying yes. Hi. So lead team, we've got additional questions here about spiritual protection, trickster energy, discernment, and energy work. Are you up for answering those for us today? Yes. Okay. All right. Question number 1. Again, these are community questions, not AI. I'm trying to really get away from those. I'm just not loving them. Although AI did help me organize, so that's the beauty of it. Let it help you organize, but it doesn't have to be your brain, you know, but try it out and see how you feel. Okay, number 1, lead team. If we are spiritually protected without asking our guides for that protection, are we completely protected? No. Or are we only somewhat protected? Yes. That was good clarification. Again, if you missed, these are clarification questions from the other episodes, so I would go back and watch the other ones. Very helpful, okay? Because I'm not going to repeat the kind of stuff we've already talked about. So, okay, so it is best for us at least once to ask for very specific protections because of our free will. Yes. Okay. If we are talking to spirit and do not know who to ask in a certain situation, who to ask for to help us in a certain situation, will spirit appoint the correct being to answer or protect us? Yes. Is there this? I'm going to do this as a couple questions off the cuff here. Are there a group of what we would call unknown angels? Yes. And can we call upon unknown angels? And we could just say, if there's any unknown angels to provide us support, I would accept that, or however you want to say it. Yes. Okay. Are unknown angels less utilized? Yes. And perhaps have more energy they could give you? Yes. So let's just say you're working on releasing old patterns around money. And you could say, if there's any unknown angels who could help me release, you know, who want to work with releasing energy around old money patterns or whatever, please come and help me, ask for that specifically. So that would be, is that actually useful? Yes. Just a reminder, starting August 1st, little commercial, we're doing the 30-day Ask Your Spirit Guides challenge, where you're going to write letters every day for 30 days to your guides or to the unknown angels, whoever, but it's just a way to have conversation, more deliberate way to have conversation. So sign up for our newsletter. It's linked below. And we also have journals for that, but you don't need to use our journals to do the 30-day challenge, okay? All right, number 3, will saying the protection prayer, like the one I just did, just once protect new subscribers and people who are just stopping by to see what this is all about? Yes. I'm going to say it every day anyways, you guys, because a lot of you do like to hear it, and it takes, 15 seconds, So, plus it is probably good for new people to know that we're at least doing that. Okay, number 4, but they're saying yes, that it would protect new subscribers and people just stopping by to see what this is all about. I love that. All right, number 4, is practicing spiritual hygiene regularly more effective than protection statements? Yes. And by spiritual hygiene, I guess I'm thinking of it as like just keeping your vibration high. Is that what we're talking about? Like taking care of yourself so you're not living in fear, that you're more living from a state of love. That would be, for me, spiritual hygiene, in case people are wondering. What might that mean? Okay, but it might mean something else for you. So if you guys could, what do you think spiritual hygiene is? So for those of us who have questions about that, then we can come to the comments and see what everybody's saying about spiritual hygiene. What tips do you have about spiritual hygiene? Number 5, would it be more effective to state that you break any old contracts with tricksters rather than ask for protection? Yes. Okay. So you guys can break old contracts with tricksters rather than ask for protection. You can just do both. Just do one prayer of protection, but break contracts with tricksters. So we have done a whole series, probably 6 or 7, I think now, of clearings. I will post that video here, or the playlist here, withdrawing consent. And I would guess that some of that helped with breaking contract with tricksters. Is that true, lead team, that the withdrawing consent clearings we did, did that break old contracts with tricksters? Yes. So really good series to sit through, and only do one a day. Don't do them all in one time, please. Not a good thing to do with energy clearings. Okay, number 6, would using a feminine name, such as a goddess or a female ascended master, be as effective as Archangel Michael or Jesus? Yes. Absolutely. We don't call upon them too often, do we? What's going on there? What's up with that? Well, let me ask, would it be more effective calling upon a goddess? No. Or a female ascended master? No. Not necessarily more, just different? Yes. Does doing this help us move into feminine energy sooner? Yes. Okay, let me clarify. Does calling upon female goddesses or female ascended masters help us move into feminine energy sooner? What? Okay, you guys. Yes. Wow. Faye, did this question come from you? I just have a feeling. Only because she sent me the Divine Feminine Oracle deck. And I know she works with the Divine Feminine Oracle a lot. So this is amazing, you guys. This is new information for me. How about for you? So maybe we need to be working with the Divine Feminine more often. Yes. You guys. All right, maybe I'm going to change the prayer. Archangel Michael, we might have to set you aside for a while. I'm going to change the prayer, you guys. I'm going to use a goddess for protection. Oh my gosh, you guys. I just got chills too. We have got to help this rise of divine feminine, and what a beautiful way that we can do this in our community by focusing more on divine feminine goddesses and ascended masters. So if you're not sure who they are, again, that deck that I was referring to that Faye sent me, who's the astrologer for our channel, I would highly recommend. I will link it below if you want to take a look at it. But if you want to work more with the divine feminine, I do use it, and we use it once a month. It's coming up in a couple days. For July 1st, we do our self-care practice with the lead team, and we'll use that deck. We'll use that deck on a regular basis going forward. Okay, so very cool. Number 8, do religious vows. Oh, such as wedding vows, christenings, blessings, and prayers have any spiritual or energetic value? Yes. Is that because of the belief around it? Yes. So because the belief is positive, it helps raise vibration? Yes. Just as maybe people take vows on the opposite spectrum of things. We're not going to use the words. Does that lower people's spiritual or energetic values? Or yes. Okay, vibration. Interesting. Yes. Number 9, is the Lord's Prayer still a valid prayer? Yes. Meaning it does it raise our vibration, the Lord's Prayer? Yes. Great. Does it raise a vibration if you don't believe in it? No. So if you feel strongly about it, it would raise whatever raises your vibration, you guys, is really the crux of this whole thing. If something raises your vibration, then utilize it. If something doesn't, if it feels off to you, then move away from it. And then you may want to recheck it because, you never know, like things are moving so fast. A couple months later, you might find it raise your vibration, like it might shift, So that's why everything is so gray, and we can't tell each other what is good for you, what's good for me may not be good for you, and vice versa, at different times of our lives. So that's why just offering suggestions of, and then allowing people in your life or people here in the community to check things out on their own, because they'll check things out that resonate with them. You obviously can tell what resonates with me, because I'm so vocal about it when I learn about something, just like I did, the rising of the divine feminine. But that may not resonate with you right now, and that's okay. That's all right. The key is to go with what's resonating with you, that's keeping your vibration as high as possible. That's the important thing. Number 10, would it improve our vibration if during the lead team prayer, instead of saying, I close my aura to all but my higher self, the God consciousness, we say, I align my aura with my higher self and God consciousness? No. Okay. I didn't even know that question was on here because I don't really read the questions ahead of time. I just make sure they're lined up well. So they're saying no. So the question was, would it improve our vibration? Okay. So does either way affect our vibration? Does it? No. Does it depend on the person listening and how they interpret it? Yes. So because my intention is pure with my vibration is fine, but it may affect your vibration, and you'll just have to, there's so many people here, I can't obviously adapt, so just, I think this is just like a matter of mindset again. It's like choosing to be like, okay, well, that's fine, and like I said, I think I am going to change Archangel Michael to a goddess. I think I'm going to shift that. The nice thing about Archangel Michael is that so many people resonate with that, like new people who might come here. But I'll try to find a goddess. It's even asking like Mother Mary, but that's very Catholic, so I might not do that. Or Mary Magdalene, that's very Catholic too. But I don't know. We'll see. I'll look through my deck and see what resonates with me, and we'll try some out. We'll just try some out. I always have to try things out. Okay, 11. Is it possible to be in our love cloud and still feel sadness? Yes. Yes. Is it possible to have a higher vibration and still feel sadness? Yes. Well, if we feel sadness, is it because our vibration dropped? No. Is sadness coming from compassion, maybe? Because we have compassion. So, yes, so we can be in higher vibration, feel compassion, which may feel a little bit like sadness if you're feeling some compassion for someone whose heart is breaking. Or is that what makes our vibration higher because we are able to feel that compassion? Yes. Interesting. That's interesting. Number 12, aren't we all of the highest and purest light, even lower vibration tricksters energy? Oh my gosh, you guys, such good questions. Yes, we are all of the highest and purest light. Good question. I don't even know where to go with that. Even lower vibration trickster energy. I don't even know where to go with that. I got to think about that now. Because what we're really asking for is the highest. And I don't know. I got to think about that now. I'm going to have to highlight that question. Okay, that was good. Real good. Real good. All right, I'm going to keep that question highlighted because I got to think about that in terms of the prayer now. Okay, number 13. This is interesting. Do spirits lie? No. Do trickster energies lie? No. So they're being upfront about what they're doing. It's just whether you can whether you can see it or not. Yes, or hear it or not, or feel it or not. So spirits do not lie. Is that correct? Okay. They're saying yes, it is correct that spirits do not lie. Number 14. Are spirits allowed to lie to us? No. It's funny because they started responding. The way the question was actually asked is, are spirits not allowed to lie to us? That's actually the way it's asked on here. But it just didn't sound right to me. So I switched it. And they started saying, yes, are spirits not allowed to lie to us? Yes, they're not allowed to lie to us. Okay. 15. Is it true that we sometimes receive answers that do not come true because of semantics, different timelines, or free will? Yes. So stuff changes. It's really why I don't really like doing predictions at all. Because I don't really do these I'm just not having these conversations to predict stuff, although it's sometimes helpful. We do the July messages, in the spirit circle, just to kind of see like what's coming and what to expect. It's kind of interesting, but things can absolutely change. Like I get the whole timeline thing now. Things can just shift because of our free will, and, they've already told us for July that the volume is increasing. The volume is increasing. So the more the volume increases, meaning more people are getting, and it does have to do with fear and just like a little bit of chaos collectively, well, that's going to shift stuff too. It may slow it down, and it may speed it up. It just depends. And it depends on what we're talking about. There's just so many elements, Think of all the free will going on. Number 16, are trickster energies able to pass the law of challenge? Good question. No, they're not able to pass it. Is that because, as the law of challenge says, if you ask that question in the name of Christ, are you of the highest and purest light, 3 times, spiritual law says they are required to give an honest answer? Yes, but you already said that spirits don't lie. So so spirits don't lie? No. So then is the law of challenge even necessary? Yes. Okay. This is where my human gets a little confused. I'm like, okay, but they don't lie, but trickster energy, I don't know. You guys are going to have to help me clarify that one. I'm just going with it. I don't need to know like the engineering, like every single component of the whole thing, but that is interesting. There's like a little dichotomy there, and my human brain is not able to decipher that at the moment. So let me know what you think about that. Number 17, are words interpreted literally in the spirit realm? Good question. No. So the vibration of the word is yes. Okay. So everything is vibration in the spirit realm. Is that correct? Yes. And so the words, your intentions, like I could say the FUCK in a very light-hearted, high vibration way, like the inner effing peace deck that we use, and we just used it today in the spirit circle actually. So that can, even though the FUCK word can be used in a lighthearted, high vibration way, and it can also be used in a low vibration way, right? Yes. Okay, so it's really intention. So you can't trick the universe. You just can't trick the universe. Like, you can't trick the universe by trying to say affirmations if your vibration doesn't change while you're saying it. You can't. And I think that's amazing. And I think that's like the most powerful lesson for all of us, and actually the most powerful lesson out of this little series we've been doing about this protection, because everything is vibration. You can't trick it, and I think as we prepare for the ascension, the 5D, whatever, we're going to be able to see each other's auras. So you won't be able to trick people. There won't be any trickster. There might be in other planets and stuff or other dimensions. But it looks like this dimension that we're moving into, that part of us are deciding to split on Earth, is we're not going to have to deal with that stuff because our vibrations are going to be higher, So very, very interesting. 18, should questions always be broken into one idea at a time? Are you guys giving me some feedback? I usually try to do that. Yes, we try to do that, but sometimes, we get questions from but yeah, I mean, that's really, especially when you have a yes and no. If you're working on the pendulum and they can spell out stuff for you, it might be a little different. But yes and no, you do. Yeah, it's hard to get more than one question at a time. Yes. Let's see. 19, does healing trauma reduce our need for protection? Yes. Good time for shadow work right now. Just a reminder, during Mercury retrograde until 3rd week of July, 2026. So healing trauma does reduce our need for protection. Is that because it raises our vibration when we heal our trauma? Yes. 20, are difficult spiritual experiences part of our soul contracts? Yes. We're glutton for punishment. Yes. They said yes, we are. 21, is it appropriate to send healing to someone without permission? Yes. So it's appropriate because it's really up to that person whether they receive it or not? Yes. So could we just say, I had a little crackle in my throat. I've got some throat chakra stuff going on recently. Could we say that I will accept any and all prayers for healing from outside of myself if it is for my highest good? Yes. And then our vibration will accept that? Yes. If we don't do that, will our vibration accept it? Yes. Okay. Because, our higher self our higher self will monitor that, maybe? Yes. But not a bad thing. Like a lot of you have sent such loving prayers to Lob, and he's doing good right now. We're waiting. In fact, couple days, July 1st, we're going to have a final, hopefully he'll get on the list for liver transplant. So Lob, if you're listening to this right now, maybe you want this just an example, but maybe Lob, you would want to say, I accept all loving healing requests or healing energy sent to me that's for my highest good or something like that, so that you would really start absorbing that even more. I don't know. So the lead team is saying yes. So that I just use that as an example that if you ever say pray for me, if something's going on and you need some prayers, which you are always welcome to do in this community, by the way. If you need some prayers, if you ask for the prayers, then just say, I'm open to whatever healing energy you can send me, Great questions. Okay, let's see. 22, are remote viewers supposed to ask permission from our higher selves before viewing someone? Yes. If they don't ask permission, will they be able to do remote viewing? No. That's why I think, like, sometimes when I have done pendulum messages with a higher self, which I am thinking about doing one with Trump's higher self this week, just because we're going into the July 4th and I'm kind of curious. You'll have to let me know if you guys think that would be interesting. Not in a way that's like a political la la la. I just want to see, I want to see what his higher self is saying right now, like where we're going with his form of leadership, basically. Let's just say it that way. But like people, have had issues sometimes with doing remote viewing, not remote viewing, but pendulum messages with a higher self of someone who's still alive. They're not going to give you messages unless they give permission to do that. So I don't think I would worry about that, Yeah. So just my thoughts about that. So 24, do remote viewers need permission before viewing someone? So that's just another way to ask that. Yes. 25, do remote viewers affect us without permission? No. And so can we trust our higher selves to judge whether or not they want to give us? It's really up to our higher selves because I don't know who's remote viewing me. Yes. Okay. So obviously we can trust our higher selves to make the best decision for who's remote viewing. Yes. Good. We can let that go. Let that go. One more thing we can just let go and not have to worry about. 26. Is there a method we can use instead of visualization during meditation? Yes. Except I don't know, can you guys offer ideas for that in the comments, please, to someone who had that question? So visualize it. I don't think you have to visualize anything. You can just sit in peace and quiet would be one option. So perhaps, yep. 27. Is there another way besides visualizing white light for people with aphantasia? Yes. Yes, there is another way. I'm not sure I'm pronouncing that. It's aphantasia. So there is another way besides visualizing do someone with this have a hard time like actually seeing white light? Yes. Okay, that's interesting. So is it necessary to visualize at all to make connection? No. No. I don't really visualize very well, to be honest. Like, I have a hard time visualizing. So I don't do it very often. So I like sitting in silence though and just closing my eyes, and I can see things. Like you'll see colors and like movement, and I just let that play out and see what kind of wants to come through rather than trying to visualize. I have a hard time doing that. So 28, do different truths exist at different vibrational levels? Thank you for asking this, because you guys know I've been on this. Yes. Because you're right, I don't think we've ever asked, but it was a message the lead team gave us a couple months ago for our self-care message. I think it was for May. And the card was different truths exist at different levels of consciousness. And it just made so much sense to me. So do different truths exist at different vibrational levels? Yes. That's why the higher you can vibrate, the more truth you're going to see. Yes. The more love you're probably going to feel. Yes. But so many of us want to stay in the muck. Muck. Because it's interesting. It's more interesting down here in the muck. I say no. They're like, yes, it is. 29, do we hold people accountable without judging them? Yes. Oh my gosh, what a great question. Can we hold people accountable without judging them? Yes. 30, does not judging people fit within our criminal justice system? Yes. So we can try people for their crimes to keep the public safe without judging them? Yes, because that has to do with vibration. Is that correct? Judgment is a vibration that is sent out. You can send love to somebody and say, yeah, you effed up. Yeah, effed up, didn't you? Just keep it practical. Yeah, effed up. So let's straighten it out. I'm sending you lots of love. Let's straighten that out. But you're gonna have to take responsibility, Yes. 31. If you gain weight in a relationship or a job, are you trying to protect yourself? Because we did talk about that. That's one thing we talked about. Yes and no. So I think it just depends. I only gain weight because I just really like the taste of sugar. I just really do. But I also have some, sugar stuff around it, like memories of dad and sugar. I've talked about that, but I just really do. I just really like the taste of it. So, and I like the way it makes me feel for like 5 minutes and then not so much after that. So, but yes and no on that. Yes and no. I think it just depends. It just depends. All right. As always, amazing questions, you guys. Tomorrow, we're going to be showing inside the spirit circle the June messages. And I wanted to do this because I think I want to see if you like it, looking at what the lead team told us inside the spirit circle the month of June as an opportunity to reflect on, well, this is what they said we wanted to pay attention to in June. I want to know, did we do that? So did you do that, when you listen? So I'm going to be playing that tomorrow night. And then the following night, on July 1st, we're going to have our self-care for the month of July. Our self-care messages from the lead team, what stone they want us to use, their self-care message, and what goddess or from the divine feminine that we could call upon for the month of June, or for the month of July 2026. So let's stay focused on our goddess energy to help raise the feminine, divine feminine energy. Let's just start doing that as a community a little bit more often, okay? And then I think I'm going to do a few episodes leading into July 4th that have to do with the United States government. I want to do a thing on I want to do a couple pendulum with the founding fathers unless something else comes up. I hate promising stuff ahead of time because something else comes up. But I definitely on July 4th, we're going to do something with the founding fathers. But I think it's going to be on pendulum. Otherwise, I would do a call out to questions. But we did a founding fathers last year as well. So there is a SG video with the founding fathers that if you ever wanted to go back and listen to that, you could just type in founding fathers on in our search volume and you would find that. So, okay, if you want to listen to the rest of the other episodes on spiritual protection, I will post them here. And that withdraw consent playlist is going to pop up right now, right here. Okay, take care. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.